My name is James Harper, and I'm the state's chief education officer. But long before I had the power to shape laws and policies, I was just a dad watching my daughter's world shatter. This is the story of how a cruel act by our neighborhood's HOA president sparked a firestorm that changed everything. It happened in Willow Creek, a serene suburb with oak-lined streets and families who cherished their kids' dreams. The year was 2023, and my daughter, Lily, was 13, a quiet girl with autism whose violin was her lifeline. From the moment she picked up a bow at age 7, music became her voice, her sanctuary, her joy. When she played, it was as if the heavens opened. Her notes were pure, soulful, like a whisper from another world. Neighbors in Willow Creek adored her. They'd pause their evening walks to listen as she practiced on our front porch, some even clapping when she finished a piece. Mrs. Larson, our next-door neighbor, would bring her lemonade, and the Thompsons across the street once asked Lily to play at their son's birthday party. Our community saw her talent as a gift, something to nurture. That is, until Margaret Voss moved in. Margaret was a woman in her late 50s, always impeccably dressed, driving a sleek SUV she parked with surgical precision. Within weeks of arriving, she'd strong-armed her way into becoming HOA president. At first, her tyranny was petty letters about unmowed lawns, trash cans left out too long, or kids' scooters on driveways. Most of us rolled our eyes and ignored her. But then she set her sights on Lily. It was a crisp October evening when it began. Lily was on our porch, playing a haunting Vivaldi piece, her fingers dancing across the strings. Neighbors lingered, enchanted. Suddenly, Margaret's door flew open with a bang that echoed down the street. She stormed toward us, face twisted in fury, fists balled. "Stop that racket now," she bellowed, so loudly Lily flinched, nearly dropping her violin. I was reading nearby and stood, heart racing, as Margaret advanced like a predator. "Excuse me," I said, stepping between her and Lily, keeping my voice steady. "That screeching is driving this neighborhood insane." Margaret spat, jabbing a finger at Lily's violin. "It's been weeks, and I'm done." Lily shrank behind me, clutching her instrument, her eyes wide with fear. "Lily's practicing her violin," I said calmly. "She does this for an hour after school. It's not bothering anyone. It's bothering me," Margaret shrieked. "As HOA president, I'm putting an end to this noise pollution." Mrs. Larson, who'd heard the commotion, stepped out. "Margaret, what's wrong with you? Lily plays beautifully. We love it." Margaret sneered. "Speak for yourself. Some of us value peace over a kid's noise." Her words cut deep, dismissing Lily's gift as if it were nothing. I sent Lily inside, her shoulders slumped, and faced Margaret. "She's a talented child who deserves support, not attacks," I said. Margaret's eyes narrowed. "What do you do, Mr. Harper?" The question threw me. "I work in state government." "Why?" "Just wondering what kind of people think their kids are above the rules," she hissed, her tone dripping with menace. Over the next week, Margaret's harassment escalated. She filed baseless noise complaints with the city and called the police twice, claiming Lily's playing was a disturbance. Both times, officers listened to Lily and found no issue. "Your daughter's a prodigy," Officer Daniels said after the second visit. "Wish my kids had her passion." But Margaret didn't stop. She started recording Lily's practice sessions, standing at our property line with her phone, making Lily feel like a criminal. My daughter's confidence crumbled. She stopped playing on the porch, closed all the windows, and even asked if she should quit. "Dad, does she hate my music?" she whispered one night, her voice trembling. I hugged her tight. "Some people can't handle beauty, Lily. Don't let her steal your gift." But the doubt in her eyes broke me. Margaret was winning, crushing my daughter's spirit. The breaking point came on a chilly November morning. Lily was preparing for an audition with the State Youth Symphony, a dream she'd chased for over a year. She was on the porch, playing a breathtaking Mozart piece, neighbors gathering to cheer her on. I was inside, making her breakfast when I heard her scream. I rushed out to see Margaret charging up our steps, a baseball bat in her hands. "I warned you," she roared at Lily, who cowered against the door. Before I could reach them, Margaret swung the bat, smashing Lily's violin into splinters. The strings snapped like breaking bones, and Lily collapsed, sobbing, "My violin!" I lunged, yanking the bat from Margaret's hands as she raised it again, this time toward Lily. "How dare you!" I thundered, my voice shaking with rage. Margaret froze, stunned I'd stopped her. "She wouldn't stop," she screamed. "I warned you." Lily was on her knees, gathering the shattered pieces of her $4,000 violin, a gift we'd saved for years to buy. "Get off my property," I said, my voice low and lethal. I call the police for assault and felony destruction of property." Margaret laughed bitterly. "Assault? I didn't touch her. I just stopped the noise." "You raised a bat over my daughter's head?" I shot back, pulling out my phone. "That's assault." "Mrs. Larson shouted. "I recorded everything, including you threatening Lily." Neighbors poured out, furious. Mr. Thompson was already calling 911, and Mrs. Carter knelt beside Lily, comforting her. Margaret's bravado faltered as Officer Daniels arrived, his face hardening at the sight of Lily's tears and the broken violin. "Mrs. Voss, you're under arrest," he said, cuffing her as she protested. "All I did was stop a noise violation." "You committed a felony," he replied coldly. As Margaret was led away, still ranting about her rights, I knelt beside Lily. "I'm so sorry, sweetheart," I whispered. "She broke it, Dad," she sobbed. "How will I audition tomorrow?" I had no answer, but our neighbors did. Mrs. Carter, a music teacher, called a friend who owned a violin shop. Within hours, our community rallied. The Thompsons offered to drive us. Mrs. Larson collected funds, and Mrs. Ellis, a retired violinist, volunteered to help Lily practice. By afternoon, we were at the shop where Lily found a violin with a warm, rich tone. It wasn't as costly as her old one, but it felt right. "This violin's been waiting for you," the shop owner said. Neighbors had pooled money to cover the cost, refusing to let Margaret's cruelty win. Lily practiced all Sunday, adjusting to her new instrument with Mrs. Ellis's guidance. By Monday, she was ready. At the audition, her music soared, pure and powerful. When her name appeared on the accepted list, she leapt into my arms, beaming. "I did it, Dad." 2 months later, Margaret's trial unfolded. Her lawyers tried to spin it as a property dispute, but the evidence videos, witness accounts, and no actual noise violations buried her. When I revealed my role as chief education officer, her team panicked, offering a settlement. But it was too late. The jury convicted her of felony destruction of property, assault with a deadly weapon, and harassment. She got 3 years in prison and was ordered to pay restitution. As she was led away, she muttered, "I didn't know who you were." "It wouldn't have mattered," I said. "Every child deserves protection." Lily thrived in the symphony, her confidence blooming. A year later, she performed a solo at a packed concert hall, playing the same piece Margaret had interrupted. The standing ovation lasted 6 minutes. Now 19, Lily's a freshman at a top music conservatory, her talent earning her a full scholarship. Every year, she hosts a free Harmony Day concert in Willow Creek, celebrating the community that saved her dreams. This year, over 600 people came, and Lily invited young musicians to join her, passing on the love she'd received. But I wonder what drives someone like Margaret to target child? Was it jealousy, control, or something darker? Should HOAs have less power over families? Could this have been prevented if we'd confronted her sooner? Comment below with your thoughts, where you're watching from, and if you think justice was served. Like and subscribe for more stories of resilience and redemption. What would you have done in my shoes?